Have you ever heard whispers of a mysterious man bestowing healing in a children's hospital in Brazil? Or perhaps tales of an ethereal lady reflecting in the sacred waters of an ancient Aztec lake? And what about the celestial beings said to have hovered over the battlefields of World War I, offering protection to beleaguered soldiers? Welcome back to Two Tricks, One Treat, where we typically venture into the shadowy realms of forgotten folklore, historical mysteries, and tales conjured from the darkest corners of our minds. However, today we're taking a detour from our usual eerie paths and stepping into the light of uplifting legends and benevolent mysteries. Here's the twist. Among these tales of mysterious benefactors and celestial guardians, only one is rooted in truth. The others are crafted from the threads of hopeful myth. Can you discern the genuine tale of wonder from the heartwarming fabrications? If stories of the unexplained, the miraculous, and the inspiring captivate you, be sure to like the video and let us know in the comments. We'll be returning to our normal haunting theme tomorrow, but for now enjoy these tales of benevolence and mysterious miracles. Now, let's begin. Story 1: The Healing Touch. In 2016, within the bustling corridors of a children's hospital in Brazil, a tale of mystery and wonder unfolded. The hospital, a sanctuary of hope for many, was a place where children battled debilitating and terminal diseases, their families oscillating between hope and despair. Among them were children like Ana and Pedro, grappling with serious conditions that turned their young lives into a series of medical interventions and hopeful prayers. Some faced the challenges of rare disorders, their bodies a labyrinth of symptoms, yet their spirits remained resilient. Others, even younger, like Maria, Jose, and Leticia, were confronting health issues that brought worry and uncertainty to their families. The hospital was a canvas of contrasting emotions, a delicate dance between shadows and light, despair and hope. The steady rhythm of medical monitors and the subdued conversations of the staff were a constant backdrop to the myriad stories unfolding within its walls. In this place, where the fragility of life was ever present, a mysterious visitor moved with quiet purpose, his subtle presence a gentle ripple in the interconnected tapestry of lives. He didn't make a grand entrance, rather he slipped into the background, unnoticed by the preoccupied staff and anxious families. Wandering through the wards, the man seemed to be drawn to certain rooms, to specific children. There was no pattern, no discernible reason for his choices, but he found himself sitting beside young patients. He introduced himself simply as a friend, offering a comforting smile and a gentle touch. Words were sparse, but his presence was a quiet anchor in the stormy seas of their struggles. The man would sit, holding the small hands of the children, his eyes closed, enveloping the room in a serene silence. The children, despite their ailments, felt a sense of calm and safety in his company. The mysterious visitor didn't speak of intentions or promises. He was just there, a silent companion in their journey. The hospital continued its routine, unaware of the subtle shifts occurring in the rooms where the man had been. He sought no acknowledgement, no thanks. He moved like a shadow, leaving behind only a whisper of his presence and the gentle imprint of his touch. He spent no more than an hour with each child. They knew him no better when he eventually left. In the days following the mysterious man's visits, a wave of inexplicable recoveries swept through the hospital. The children, once bound by the chains of their ailments, began to show signs of improvement that left both families and medical staff in awe. Anna's laughter, a sound long muted by the confines of her illness, echoed through the corridors, a testament to her regained strength. Pedro, his lungs once shackled, breathed the air of freedom, dreams of running through fields no longer a distant wish. Maria, Jose, and Leticia, the youngest warriors, displayed a resilience that belied their tender years, each day marking a victory against the odds. The hospital, a place accustomed to the ebb and flow of hope, witnessed a tide of joy that brought tears to the eyes of even the most seasoned doctors. The astonishment was palpable, the air charged with a mix of disbelief and elation. Families who had spent countless nights whispering prayers into the darkness now embraced, their tears a mingling of relief and gratitude. The doctors, perplexed, pored over medical charts and records seeking a logical explanation, a common thread that could shed light on the inexplicable. The only link that emerged was the visit from the mysterious stranger, a man whose presence was as calming as his identity was elusive. In the aftermath of the miraculous recoveries, the hospital staff turned to the children, seeking answers from those who had spent precious moments with the mysterious visitor. The doctors and nurses gently probed, hoping to unveil the identity of the man who had left an indelible mark on their young patients. However, the accounts given by the children were as varied as they were puzzling. Anna, with her newly regained sparkle, described the man as having a warm smile and eyes that twinkled like the stars. Pedro, breathing freely, spoke of a gentle voice that carried stories of open fields and boundless skies. Each child painted a picture of the visitor that was uniquely their own, their descriptions varying in details and demeanor. When staff finally got hold of the security footage, the man looked nothing like the children described, adding to the mountain of questions. The mystery remained unsolved, the identity of the man as elusive as ever. The hospital continued its mission of healing, the story of the mysterious visitor and the 7 children becoming a cherished legend within its walls. The man who had appeared from the shadows and returned to them left behind a legacy of hope and a puzzle that kept both minds and hearts wondering. Story 2: The Lady of Tezcatli's Waters. In the heart of the ancient Aztec civilization, where nature and spirits were intertwined with everyday life, a sacred belief flourished. The Aztecs, known for their intricate rituals and deep reverence for the natural world, held a particular fascination for Lake Tezcatli. Nestled amidst lush landscapes, this serene lake was believed to be under the watchful eyes of a mysterious entity, the Lady of the Lake. Tales of her ethereal presence were whispered through generations, and the lake's waters were deemed sacred, a mirror reflecting the wisdom of the celestial. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting golden hues across Lake Tezcatli, a group of Aztec shamans gathered by its tranquil shores. With practiced hands, they brewed a concoction of sacred herbs, their aroma mingling with the evening air. The shamans, along with a chosen few, sipped the herbal mixture, their senses tingling with anticipation. As the night enveloped them, they rested by the water's edge, their minds drifting into a realm of dreams and visions, hoping to glimpse the enigmatic Lady of the Lake in the shimmering reflections. With the first rays of dawn piercing the night, the participants stirred from their slumber, a sense of serene clarity enveloping them. Their senses heightened. They gazed upon the lake's surface, where the waters danced with the morning light. There, in the gentle ripples, appeared the reflection of the Lady of the Lake, a vision of ethereal beauty and wisdom. She radiated a celestial glow, her presence a harmonious blend of the natural and the divine. In the tranquil embrace of dawn, the participants, awestruck by the lady's ethereal presence, sought her guidance on matters close to their hearts. Some whispered prayers for healing, their voices laden with hope for afflicted loved ones. Others, with eyes gleaming with ambition, asked for blessings of riches and beauty. A few, their gazes earnest and thoughtful, sought knowledge and clarity on their paths and the well-being of their families. The Lady of the Lake, her reflection shimmering in the gentle ripples, responded in mysterious and varied ways. To some, her voice resonated in the air, clear and melodic, providing direct answers to their inquiries. For others, her form transformed before their eyes, morphing into visions symbolizing the guidance they sought. Yet there were those who were met with silence, the lady's reflection remaining serene and unchanged, leaving them to ponder the reasons behind her reticence. The communion was a tapestry of revelations and mysteries, each individual experiencing a unique interaction with the benevolent spirit. With the lady's varied responses still echoing in their minds, the participants rose from the lake's edge, each carrying a unique gift or pondering a personal mystery. The newfound knowledge and revelations instilled in them a deeper sense of purpose and connection to the sacred lake. As the sun completed its journey across the sky, casting a golden farewell on the tranquil waters, the Aztecs returned to their daily lives, forever marked by the communion with the Lady of the Lake. The ritual by the lake's shore evolved into a sacred tradition, a cherished opportunity for guidance, reflection, and connection with the divine. The Lady of the Lake's reflection continued to be a revered symbol of wisdom, healing, and harmony between the Aztecs and the natural world. The tales of her varied responses and the mysteries she left behind echoed through the generations, a testament to the enduring bond between the people and the benevolent spirit watching over the sacred waters. Story 3: Guardians of Mons. In the midst of the turmoil and despair that characterized the early days of World War I, a beacon of hope emerged from the battle-scarred skies over Mons, Belgium. It was August 1914, and the British Expeditionary Force facing the formidable German army found themselves in a precarious and harrowing retreat. The air was thick with tension, the ground marred by the scars of conflict, and the horizon painted with the ominous shadows of advancing enemy forces. Amidst the cacophony of gunfire, the haunting echoes of exploding shells, and the ominous rumble of artillery, something extraordinary and inexplicable occurred. Soldiers from the British ranks, weary, beleaguered, and teetering on the edge of despair, began to report sightings of ethereal figures in the skies above. These weren't mere illusions born out of fatigue and fear, but vivid apparitions that imprinted themselves in the minds of the beholders. Angelic beings resplendent with wings and glowing with a celestial light that pierced the smoke-filled air were said to hover over the battlefield, casting a protective aura over the retreating troops. The accounts of this celestial intervention varied widely among the soldiers, adding layers of mystery and awe to the unfolding legend. Some spoke of a singular majestic archangel, sword in hand, confronting the enemy with an otherworldly glare, his presence a symbol of divine retribution and protection. Others recounted visions of a phalanx of angels, their luminous forms arranged in a celestial formation, their serene faces a comforting reassurance in a landscape marred by chaos, destruction, and the specter of death. The tales of these divine protectors spread rapidly through the ranks, igniting a flicker of hope and a sense of divine providence in the hearts of the beleaguered men. The battlefield, once a scene of unrelenting horror and despair, became the canvas upon which tales of divine intervention were painted. Soldiers, huddled in trenches and dodging bullets, shared their experiences and interpretations of the angelic apparitions. Some saw them as guardians sent to shield them from harm, while others viewed them as harbingers of victory and deliverance. The ethereal glow in the sky, contrasting starkly with the grim reality below, became a source of solace and inspiration for men grappling with the brutalities of war. Every shared story, every recounted account, added a new dimension to the legend of the Angel of Mons. The tales were imbued with a sense of wonder and reverence, as the soldiers, in the face of overwhelming odds and the shadow of mortality, found a glimmer of light in the belief that they were not alone, that celestial beings were watching over them, guiding their steps and shielding them from the relentless onslaught. News of the Angel of Mons reached the war-weary British public, who embraced the story with fervor. The tale served as a much-needed morale booster, a sign that divine forces were watching over their sons, brothers, and fathers on the front lines. The story was further propagated by newspapers and pulpits, becoming a symbol of divine intervention and celestial guardianship. However, the origins and veracity of the Angel of Mons accounts have been a subject of debate and scrutiny. Some historians and researchers suggest that the story may have originated from a piece of fiction published in a London newspaper, which depicted a similar scenario of angels protecting British soldiers. The timing of the publication and the widespread desperation for hopeful news may have contributed to the blending of fiction and reality. Yet despite the skepticism and the challenges to the authenticity of the accounts, the Angel of Mons remains a significant and enduring legend in the annals of wartime folklore. For many soldiers who served in the Great War and the families who waited anxiously at home, the belief in the presence of benevolent entities aiding the troops provided solace and strength in a time of darkness. The Angel of Mons serves as a poignant reminder of the human need for hope and protection in the face of adversity, whether a manifestation of collective wishful thinking or a genuine supernatural occurrence. The story continues to captivate and inspire, symbolizing the enduring human spirit and the search for light in the shadow of conflict. So which story did you believe was the real one? Was it the tale of the mysterious man bringing healing to the children's hospital in Brazil, the story of the Aztecs and the ethereal Lady of the Lake? Or was it the account of angelic guardians providing divine protection over the battlefields of Mons? While we wish all of these tales were true, the real story among these fascinating tales of wonder and benevolence is the Angel of Mons. The legend of the Angel of Mons has been a captivating mystery since the tumultuous days of World War I. British soldiers, facing the might of the German army, reported sightings of angelic beings in the skies. These celestial entities were said to offer protection, instilling a sense of hope and divine providence among the troops. While some variations of the story depicted a singular archangel, others recounted visions of a host of angels. This phenomenon wasn't just the product of weary minds, as the accounts were vivid and shared by many. The story rapidly spread not just among the soldiers but also back home, serving as a beacon of hope for the war-weary British public. However, the authenticity of the Angel of Mons accounts has long been debated. Some historians believe the legend might have been influenced by a piece of fiction published around the same time, which depicted angels protecting British soldiers. The blend of fiction and reality, coupled with the desperate need for hopeful news, may have given birth to this enduring legend. Regardless of its origins, the Angel of Mons remains a significant symbol of hope, protection, and the human spirit's search for light in times of darkness. It continues to inspire and captivate, reminding us of our inherent need for benevolence and wonder.
There were too many good feels from that video to threaten you today. Just make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, or else, oops, can't help myself.